Right now, Brooke Monk is in one of the strangest controversies of all time. Some people are mad at her in this situation, but a lot of people are defending her. I've got to admit, it is one of the weirdest things I've ever talked about, and honestly, it's kind of disturbing. I'm going to be siding with Brooke in this situation because overall, she seems to be the one clearly in the right. But if you disagree, make sure to write me a whole essay in the comments on why you hate me. But first, join my Discord server for fan art or to discuss my videos, and second, in the pinned comment, my animation channel is available, so overall, if you want to see that this summer, I would suggest subscribing. And with that, let's get into it. So Brooke Monk is a very, very, very popular TikTok influencer. She's blown up since about 2020, and all of her videos get nearly 1 million likes, if not 1 million. She posts content with her boyfriend, and she posts similar content to Leah Holton.
Can you just say it?
Okay, fine. I trust my girlfriend.
When I saw that one specifically, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry because I don't think I need to explain that, but you get the idea. She posts funny skits a lot of the time, once again, involving her boyfriend, and it's overall pretty creative. I don't think she's been exposed yet for copying people. Her content's decently original, so overall, she's not really that problematic. She's just another creator creating content on YouTube. So you're probably thinking right now, Coco, why haven't you gone to the point? Well, obviously, ad revenue. And I know there's going to be some comments that say they've never heard of this girl, so I just kind of want to give an introduction. But Brooke Monk recently has been involved in a controversy, a huge controversy, and it's all because of another TikToker that is borderline obsessed with her. Like, not like haha obsessed, like very creepily obsessed with her. This TikToker has made multiple videos bashing Brooke, and believe me, doing much worse, more disturbing things directed towards Brooke. It's going to be interesting explaining the situation because if you don't have TikTok, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. If you do, you probably do because it's been a huge situation on TikTok, but not really on YouTube. So recently, there's been this kind of borderline crazy influencer named Natalie Reynolds. Natalie Reynolds has been involved in a lot of controversies, and she's really, really hated. But recently, I've seen she's become more hated than ever, especially when I came across this video on my TikTok feed.
Get ready with me while I respond to some hate comments. The first comment is, you want to be Brooke Monk so bad. Trust me, I don't want to be her. She wants to be me. She's copying everything I do. I'm just not cool with that.
And a few of you may know, as I said before, I'm not very active on TikTok, so I was weirded out. I was like, what is this drama? I'm not really filled in on it. Brooke Monk is being accused of copying her, so I did a little bit more digging. And it would take me down a big rabbit hole of overall Natalie Reynolds. Natalie Reynolds gets a lot of views, but a pretty low amount of likes and a lot of hate comments. She posts content very, very similar to Brooke's, and it looks something like this. Get it, she's super pretty and the guy that broke up with her is a loser. Get it? Okay, I swear I've seen this before, but I don't really know where. Marcela! Hey! Some of her content is normal stuff that like most huge influencers post. It looks normal, like it's thirst traps and stuff. Some of it is just straight up weird and bizarre. So I wasn't doing great with my whole digging process. I was just looking through her content to figure out why she was so mad at Brooke Monk. Like, did Brooke Monk directly steal one of her videos? What was the whole deal with Brooke Monk? I don't remember Brooke Monk posting this strange content. So overall, I wasn't really sure what she was complaining about. I mean, why was she complaining about Brooke Monk out of nowhere? Like, what did Brooke Monk have? What connection was there between the two? So then I went over to Brooke Monk's channel, and the comment sections were filled to the absolute brim with comments about Natalie Reynolds. All of them were talking about Natalie Reynolds. So overall, this drama was clearly very, very big. And when I went to the comment sections under Brooke Monk's posts, I finally realized what was happening, and it was kind of crazy. So the two recently have had some posts that are very, very similar. Brooke Monk posted this a few weeks ago. And no, that basic GarageBand music obviously isn't what she actually used. The music's copyrighted, but this video of her absolutely blew up. It just did really, really well, and a lot of people were talking about it. There's this whole discussion. It got millions of likes, and then Natalie Reynolds would release a video that looked eerily similar. And Natalie Reynolds' video would also do very well, but a lot of people would comment accusing her of copying her. And I know what a lot of people are going to say in my comments. They're going to say, maybe she just followed a trend. Brooke started this huge trend. She was just following it. And yes, at first glance, that's what it seems like. But as you look on the internet more, you figure out maybe it isn't just a trend. It turns out that Natalie Reynolds is a serial copycat. Like, she has copied so many creators, but Brooke has been her biggest victim. She, in my opinion, is a serial rage baiter as well. Like, her entire career is obviously just rage baiting. But recently with Brooke Monk, she has just been so creepily obsessed with her, and I can't even explain it. You kind of just have to see it to believe it. Natalie Reynolds decided to go all in since she was getting so many hate comments about her being caught copying another creator. Of course, once again, Brooke isn't her only one. There's many, many different creators that are mad at her right now. But anyway, she decided to go all in, as in pretty much just mocking Brooke. There are some pretty nasty ones we're going to get into. Nasty as in just straight up very, very mean and disgusting. But yeah, we're going to discuss those ones later. But overall, she decided to go all in, wearing very, very similar clothes, taking out her braids to have the same hair as Brooke. Overall, she would do a lot to try to live up to whatever people were saying.
No one seems to realize Natalie Reynolds took out her braids because of Brooke Monk. Yesterday, I opened Natalie's account and literally jumped. At first, I thought she was cosplaying a witch or something. Turns out she just took her braids out. She was crying in her video, saying she lost a whole trash can of hair.
I'm very original, and I've never copied a video in my entire life.
But to be fair, their videos really do look similar.
So she began to do very, very strange things to kind of mock Brooke's appearance and her friend's appearance and her boyfriend overall. She would once again take out her hair so it would look like Brooke's. She would wear similar outfits, and as the views began to decline, she would do more desperate things. She would start mocking Brooke's appearance and Brooke's friend's appearance, and she would even have photos of Brooke's boyfriend in the background of her videos. But firstly, we're going to get into the whole mocking appearance. This really weirded me out. But Brooke posted a video with one of her friends, Leah Holton, who also has gone viral on TikTok many, many different times. She just kind of does simple stuff. She has a YouTube channel too that's pretty popular. But she'd take a video where she would talk about how they've maintained a friendship. And then, of course, unsurprisingly, Natalie would copy, but in a really, really weird way. And I don't think I need to state the obviously. Obviously, beauty doesn't matter. Like, who cares? It's on the inside, blah, blah, blah. With all that being said, I think most people would consider these two very, very pretty. Like, that's kind of, like, well known. But Natalie Reynolds, I don't think would agree if you asked her, because she released this absolute masterpiece. This just comes out as kind of rude and kind of mean for no reason. Like, what did they do to you? They've never even talked to you. They never mentioned you before. So overall, it was getting kind of weird. And remember that video I showed you earlier? Well, she also copied that one.
Am I supposed to say again?
I trust my girlfriend.
But I don't.
Can you just say it?
Okay, fine. I trust my girlfriend.
Haha, she's such a comedian for this. She even wore the same shirt. You can tell she had to convince this dude if he's her boyfriend. I don't know. I also honestly just don't care. But you can tell she had to convince him to not to do this video by telling him, I won't hit you that hard, I promise. Because Brooke hit her boyfriend a lot harder than you can tell. Natalie purposely tried not to hit her boyfriend that hard. But if you were paying attention, you would notice that in the background, she has a photo of Brooke's boyfriend. This is like next level rage baiting here. And a lot of people would notice this as well, as people would comment, is that Brooke's boyfriend? I don't think you need to even question if it is. Obviously it is. And this is just next level weirdness. And of course, 99% of the comments are from Brooke's audience asking why she's copying her and why she's mocking Brooke. And most of them she replies with the same annoying rage baity, what do you mean? Or she's copying me. Like, you're not funny, girl. You're just weird. But the situation gets so much crazier. Brooke kind of responded in a way, like not straight up calling her out by name, but a lot of people have speculated the video was clearly directed towards Natalie. But before we get into that crazy situation, we gotta kind of discuss the things leading up to it. Our favorite person, Natalie, went viral a little while ago for daring a homeless woman to jump in the water, and the homeless woman apparently couldn't swim. So overall, she's got a history of just being an absolute jerk and a complete rage-baiting buffoon. But overall, it's clear she's gotten worse as time's gone on because she's realized rage bait works, and it works really, really easily. You don't need talent. You don't need much to go viral with rage bait. It is obviously the most easy way to go viral. It's so simple. I see it happen all the time, and we fall for it so easily. You can actually become somebody through rage bait. The problem, though, is that it wears off. It's not consistent. Your audience will eventually catch on and they'll leave you. They'll get tired of it. You can't always keep going with it. There are so many examples of this where someone becomes someone huge due to rage bait and then no one cares soon enough. Two different examples I can think of is one, Bella the Wolf. Bella the Wolf has gotten tons of attention when she quite literally just goes for the things that people are the most serious about, such as religion, such as the death of popular YouTubers. And because of this, she has gotten a huge following on her Discord server. She has over like 60,000 members and gets constant fan art in there, constant attention, constant validation. She's gotten diss tracks made on her. She's gotten to be in huge videos with huge creators such as Pack God. Overall, she's only been rewarded for her rage bait. She's become somebody through it. She's gotten so much attention, but recently that attention has weared off. Her most recent video only got about 200,000 views when she used to hit 1 million. People stopped caring because she does the same stupid thing every time. The other example I can think of is a vegan teacher. She's gone viral so many times. She's had beef with literal celebrities, but now she can't even hit like 1,000 views a video because people don't care anymore. She just says the same thing over and over again. So while rage bait may momentarily make you feel like a somebody, it wears off so fast. I don't think Natalie Reynolds realizes like this is not going to last long. No one will care. We as humans are so used to seeing crazy stuff. I mean, we just fall for rage bait way too often, and people don't even seem to realize it. But rage baiters usually only get rewarded. If it's not through money, they get rewarded through attention. Attention alone for some people can be enough. Like, can we just normalize when we see something saying Jesus is an evil person that should burn in hell or whatever? Can we just normalize disliking it, not commenting anything, and just letting that video flop? Because the person making it doesn't make it thinking everyone's going to agree with me. They make it thinking everyone's going to hate and I'm going to get 1 million views. So anyway, the situation only continued to get worse from there. Natalie would post videos constantly mocking and directly ripping off Brooke Monk. She'd also target some other creators. She would target this one creator who always seems to like boast about her wealth in all of her TikToks. She like films her butler in the background of all of her videos. She films her really big house. Personally, I don't really like that type of content. I don't like influencers that just flex their content in all of their videos, but overall, it doesn't give Natalie a right to steal her content. Obviously, I think Natalie used her dad to like play the whole butler because it was obvious. I mean, I don't think she has a butler, let's be real here, but overall, she would also target that creator. So a lot of people were hating on the jeans, but in my opinion, I know it's controversial, but I kind of think they're iconic. Like, I think they're iconic. I don't really care what anyone thinks. Anyway, this creator would get targeted a lot of times by Natalie, but in no way would Natalie take it the level she did with Brooke. By the way, recently, Natalie has taken it to the next level. She has been reposting thirst trap edits of Brooke's boyfriend. Here's a brief look at her repost. Yeah, she's taking this to a creepy level. Like, imagine if the roles were reversed and it was a guy reposting some girlfriend. Like, it's just straight up creepy at this point. And yes, I know it's rage bait. I know that Natalie's number one goal is obviously trying to get Brooke to reply to her, make some comment about her, make some video about her, and some have speculated that Brooke has. And I mean, that makes sense. Then you get even more clout. And Brooke is getting a ton of views. When you see her videos at first, like on your feed, you think she's not because the likes are so low. She gets like 20,000 likes a post, but her views are over 5 million a post. Like, she's doing really well. People are just hating. It's a really good strategy. Okay, not good long form, but her reputation is rage bait. Like, she's always done rage bait, so she just finds different ways to make people mad, and it's worked for her for a long time.
PSA, if you ever watch any of my YouTube videos and my speech impediment, dang it! My speech impediment slips out a little bit, you better hush it. I hear it. I can't fix it. It just happens. Just like, please don't make fun of me.
So I looked through some of Brooke's accounts, and she never really directly discusses it. On her other account, like not her main channel, she mostly just like talks about random things like this. And she hasn't really mentioned Natalie, so clearly she probably knows Natalie is just doing it for attention.
You're copying Brooke. Shut up. I could literally just breathe and somebody's still gonna say I'm copying Brooke. And when I ask how I'm copying her, people always have the dumbest reasons why. For example, people always say I make the same videos as her. No, I don't. I am original. Like, what do you guys want me to do? Just not post? But no, my sincerest apologies for posting.
The answer to this entire situation is pretty obvious. Just ignore her and let her views die out. I mean, it will die out eventually, but right now, literally all of Brooke's comments are about Natalie. Like, Natalie is winning. She's so obviously rage baiting, but she's totally winning.
Another one is that I took my braids out to look like Brooke. How? I was eventually gonna take these out anyway. Doesn't mean I'm trying to look like Brooke when I have launched right here. But why is it whenever I do a trend, I'm copying somebody, but then there's 1,000 other creators that copy everyone else and they never get called out?
Okay, I know this is rage bait, but I'm still going to explain it because this is an excuse a lot of people would comment under my Kiki Kim video when I accuse Kiki Kim of copying. So I feel like it's best to explain it so it's harder for people to make this excuse in the future. When you follow a trend, you use a sound. Overall, a trend is just usually a sound and a dance. It's as simple as that. And you don't really need to credit someone when you're doing a simple dance. When you're copying someone, you're usually ripping off multiple of their videos rather than following one trend they created. You aren't crediting them, you aren't really showing their sound. Most of the time, notorious YouTube Shorts copycats use skits that others create, like the Mermaid Scales has had her skits stolen a lot by people like Kika Kim. They just directly steal their stuff. They usually wear a different outfit and they have a different background, obviously, but they say the same exact things, usually using their own voice. So overall, it's just you're directly stealing their content, and of course you don't credit them. Because a whole trend isn't like this entire skit where you do this whole joke and you talk and all this different stuff. That's usually when people are actually stealing content. A trend is usually, once again, just a simple dance with some background music.
You guys spam the absolute living crap out of my comments. You want to be like Brooke. You look like Brooke. You're posting the same videos as her. No, I'm not. It may be time for you to get a job and move out of your parents' house. Go touch some grass.
As someone who has a major in studying the philosophy of rage bait, I can tell you I've seen this pattern so many times where the rage baiter acts like they're annoyed, they're hurt by this hate, and they just want the hate to stop because they know it's going to cause more hate. Like, she wants the hate, but she acts like it's a horrible thing. She doesn't want it. I remember Bella the Wolf did this. She kept on leaving comments under her videos saying, "Guys, please stop hating me." I gotta give it to her. She knows what she's doing. She's doing a pretty good job right now. She's getting a lot of views and a lot of attention. And for a lot of people and influencers, that's all they want. They don't care whether they're liked or not. And, honestly, since she doesn't care about her reputation anyway, and her logic is likely, why not go all in? She's already hated. She might as well just copy as many people as possible. The more people she copies, the more likely they are to respond and get mad and more attention overall.
I'm procrastinating editing the YouTube video I was talking about, but anyway, I've tried them before. It's just I can't sleep. I don't care how people are, it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. It's so much better for your hair. I don't care. I'd rather use heat protectant because every time I do that, it's ugh.
I've got a couple good ones. One, Huda Beauty Pinky Brown. I think that's what it's called. Two, any Makeup Forever lip liner that's a good shade for you. Oh my gosh.
And I'm sure if Brooke did respond directly, she would get 1 million likes and tons of views because this whole entire controversy, for some weird reason, has scooped up a lot of attention. Okay, I'm obviously joking. It's obvious why it's scooped up so much attention. It's just such a bizarre situation. Who thinks they're going to become a famous TikToker and then someone's going to have photos of their boyfriend, reposts of their boyfriend, and someone who just copies everything they all do? It's just such a weird situation. And hot take, but it's kind of a relief that she's getting backlash for this. At the same time, I know it's what she wants, but she's also stolen from a lot of smaller creators, and a lot of the time, bigger creators. Natalie Reynolds has about 2 million followers, so a lot of the time larger creators don't get any punishments because their audience is so big, no one really cares. But now that she's stolen from larger creators, she's finally getting backlash for it. It's just it would be annoying trolling, but she's gotten past the point of that. When you're reposting thirst traps of someone's boyfriend and taking photos of them and putting them in the background of your videos, you're just weird at that point. You're not normal. You're not a silly troll. You're just weird. And I can already see the comments. You're giving her attention. You're giving her what she wants. Believe me, I'm not going to give her much attention. She already has enough attention. I'm not changing anything. I'm not opening any doors for her. She's already gotten all this exposure from this situation. I just feel like it needs to be talked about. You can clearly see with Natalie Reynolds' repost that she's desperately trying to find the most sexual content she can of this dude just to make Brooke have to respond. She's so desperate for this clout. It's so sad. She's legitimately reposting videos with only 600 likes, which just shows you her desperation in this situation. I mean, Brooke and her boyfriend are famous for having a relationship, and they always have, and they talk about getting married and stuff. So a lot of people kind of steer away from making thirst trap edits of either one of them because it's kind of it's kind of going between that boundary that isn't really respectful anymore. So she's clearly just trying to desperately find the edits that exist.
Take a shower! Ew! Ew! I'm kidding. Don't do that. The poor things. All right, we got our french fries.
I mean, I know what the comments are going to say. I know what people are thinking while watching this. Social media is fake. Of course, this could be staged. Of course, they could secretly hate each other. We don't really know. I don't trust any couples online. But from the clips they show, they seem to be deeply in love, and it just seems very inappropriate and weird to do this to these two. Like, what did they do to you, girl? She's also copied a few of Hailey Bailey's videos. Like, honestly, no one is safe. If you're a popular female influencer on TikTok at this point, you're probably gonna get targeted. Like, she's hit pretty much every popular person at this point. But Brooke has been the one that's been targeted the most for some reason. I'm guessing because maybe Brooke's the most popular out of all of these that I've seen her copy. And as much as I dislike Natalie, I gotta respect the commitment she has to the art. Like, getting her dad to dress up as the waiter, of course, no proof, but like, she does not have a waiter, let's be real. Like, she's got real commitment. She always finds a very similar outfit to whoever she's copying. She's not copying just to get money at this point. She's copying for attention, for controversy, and she's really, really committed to that, so I gotta respect the grind there. I just know eventually she's gonna take it way too far. Like, right now, she's taking it too far, so I can't imagine what she does, because most rage baiters have to top what they do. They have to continue to top what they do in order to still get views. People won't care in a week from now about Natalie anymore, so she's going to have to continue to top each controversy, and that's going to be pretty difficult to do considering the length she's already willing to go. And most of the comments under these reposts are talking about Natalie as well, so not only does Natalie officially own Brooke's comment section, her own comment section, she now owns random reposts. Whatever she reposts about Brooke's boyfriend, the comment sections will become filled with, are we ignoring the fact that this is Brooke's boyfriend? What Natalie doing is so wrong. And it's sad because when I was scrolling through her videos, some of the skits were low-key kind of funny, and I know they're only funny because she directly ripped them off of likely a smaller creator. I'm sorry, but once again, just look at the reposts. Like, she's just so desperate. I don't think I've seen too many people this desperate for clout. Like, Brooke Monk even does this, like, behind-the-scenes thing where she shows her boyfriend filming her, because a lot of the videos Brooke creates, her boyfriend films her. And Natalie has even done that with, I'm guessing, her boyfriend or some random dude she convinced to make videos with. Natalie Reynolds was definitely that kid in, like, middle school that would, like, stand up and yell something really cringy, and then no one would laugh, and she would go home and tell her mom, I'm the comedian of the class.
Hi, my name's Natalie Reynolds, and I was nominated by Brooke Monk to do the USC Ice Bucket Challenge, and I nominate Sam Dez, JoJo Siwa, and Michael Jackson. 3, 2, 1.
For those who don't know, yes, Sam is Brooke's boyfriend. This is like borderline harassment at this point. And in that video, she legitimately tags Sam in the description. It's just like, it's the most bizarre thing I've seen on TikTok possibly ever. And no, I feel like someone's not going to get it, but no, of course, Brooke did not nominate her. She's just making that up. I don't know why. It's very, very, very strange, considering she legitimately accused Brooke of copying her. It just doesn't make any sense. Brooke did do the Ice Bucket Challenge. She was nominated by her boyfriend, Sam. Yes, her actual boyfriend, not Natalie's boyfriend, and she ended up nominating Sam and I think Leah Halton and maybe Mr. Beast. No, Hailey Bailey nominated Mr. Beast. Off topic, but I sometimes feel like this millennial because I don't keep up with these trends on like TikTok specifically. Like, a bunch of people around me knew about this Ice Bucket Challenge, but I had no idea what it was. I assume it came from TikTok, but I don't know for sure. And like a few other trends before it, I didn't really know were going on, and I legitimately feel so bad, but like, I don't know, am I not on TikTok enough? Like, someone genuinely please comment how I keep up with these like trends, because I'm seriously missing out. A few days ago, someone at a track meet put one of those pins on me, and it, you know, has a nice message. It was a TikTok trend, and I felt like such an idiot because I didn't know what they were doing. I thought they were just doing that for no reason, and later on I found out it was a trend. And these stupid brands like Duolingo are easily able to keep up with all these trends, and I'm not, which is kind of sad considering I should be the one keeping up, not Duolingo. Recently there was like this hiccup trend with the movie How to Train Your Dragon. I love that movie, and I have no idea what it's about. I guess I'm not on TikTok enough. I've seen videos about it, and there's like drama around it, but I have no idea what's going on, and it's embarrassing. Other huge influencers have made videos about it. I don't even know what's going on. That one influencer, Baby No Money, made a video about it where he was like, I'm the king of hiccups or something, and I was like, what is going on? Sometimes I am able to get up with these trends and understand them, but like, sometimes I just feel like this complete idiot.
Edit more YouTube videos for you guys because I've been getting a lot of So last week I tried to do, guys, I have furniture.
Yeah, I looked through all of Brooke's posts and I can't find anything. I don't know what people are yapping about, but I've seen so many videos saying Brooke's responding and Brooke's leaving traps for Natalie. Yeah, I don't see any of that. I think she's just ignoring her, which is probably the smartest thing to do. Brooke doesn't need the attention. She has plenty of views already. She doesn't need this controversy, and she's probably annoyed by this girl, but she realizes it'll die out, and everyone's on her side anyway. Okay, well, not everyone. Natalie has actually gotten a small fan group out of the situation, which is kind of insane to me, because, like, I mean, I don't think I need to explain why she doesn't deserve any, like, fans, but there are legitimately edits of her. I know because she reposted a few of them. That just blows my mind away. It just shows in any situation on the internet, you can do the weirdest, craziest, most bizarre thing and still have people that support you. You can do the most amazing thing and still have people that hate you. It's just the strangest place to ever exist.
My name is Brooke, and I was nominated for the USC Speak Your Mind Ice Bucket Challenge. You may recognize the Ice Bucket Challenge from a few years ago, where it was initially started to raise awareness for a disease called ALS, which still has no cure and is still very important to talk about.
Okay, I'm gonna just quick pause this right here to prove my point. You see why I'm annoyed about missing out on these trends? Like, some of them are legitimately so, good. Like, they're good causes. Not all of them. Some of them are just weird brain rot. Right now, there's some weird AI trend going on TikTok. There always is some AI trend, but this one's legitimately so wholesome, and yeah, it's too bad. Oh well.
However, today is being used to raise awareness for mental health, the importance of it, and raising awareness for mental health resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with any kind of mental health, please don't be afraid to speak your mind. Just proof that I have ice in here. And before I start, I nominate Cassie, I nominate Leah Halton, and I nominate this guy, Sam Des.
What?
Sorry.
That's strange. I kind of missed the whole part where she nominated Natalie. Oh wait, it's almost like Natalie is a rage-baiting troll that needs controversy to stay alive on the internet. Ugh, that's too bad.
Okay. Guys, I'm so ready to go. Okay.
It is nice that a trend like this that actually is doing something good is going viral. Like, this is actually a pretty nice trend. Most of the time, trends are just silly, which, once again, nothing wrong with that, but, like, it is nice to see something that is actually spreading awareness about something that matters. So it's clear that Natalie desperately wants Brooke to respond because, yeah, it would get her a lot of attention. Or maybe Natalie's afraid of her responding because that would kind of end the controversy. But overall, I don't know what Natalie's plan is. She probably is just trying to get views, and this is a pretty effective way, clearly. So overall, do I think Brooke's ever going to respond? No. People with the clickbaity videos saying she responded, don't watch them. They're a waste of time. I wasted my time for this video, so yeah. Don't bother watching any of those videos. They're just blatantly lying, but out of every situation, people always kind of lie about it because people are interested. And I don't know how strict TikTok's policies are for when it comes to copying and stuff, but I know it's pretty easy to get away with it on YouTube. Like, I don't think Natalie's ever going to get terminated unless she does anything too risky, which so far, I don't know what their policies are once again, but I don't think she's going to get terminated or her channel deleted or her account deleted. I don't think people say channel on TikTok, but you get what I mean. It's hard to prove when someone's copying someone. Sometimes they can say they're just following a trend, and a lot of YouTube shorts and TikTok is just following trends. Like, it's hard to differentiate the two for a lot of people. So, do I think she's going to have her channel deleted? No, I don't. I think Natalie serves as an unintentional example of the loopholes when it comes to TikTok, fast-paced content, like YouTube Shorts as well, and what you can get away with it. Like, how easy it is to just copy someone and make a career out of it. Because, oh, I'm just following a trend. And she also makes a pretty good example of how effective rage bait is these days. Unless her channel gets mass reported, that's the only way I could see her channel getting deleted, is if her TikTok account gets mass reported and then removed. Which I think that's what happened to Master Uwe on TikTok. So it is possible she could have her channel removed. But overall, I think she's going to be fine. Like, she'll just get away with stealing from smaller and larger creators for the rest of her time on TikTok. I think Natalie's favorite quote is likely work smarter, not harder, because instead of coming up with original skits and actually becoming someone respected on TikTok, she just can steal people's content and rage bait, and she has a bigger following than most of these smaller creators who actually came up with these videos will ever have. her views are insanely good. Once again, her likes make it look like she's flopping, but her views are just as good as some of these bigger creators. Like, she is doing so well for herself, and she's doing it in the most unauthentic way. And I'm really, really curious what Brooke is like in the situation, what her and her boyfriend are thinking. Are they really, really like grossed out? Do they find it disgusting? Like, what are they thinking during this entire drama? Because at the end of the day, her getting called out is good and bad. It's good because it makes her hated and she shouldn't be loved. She shouldn't be respected when she's stealing people's content. But it's bad because it's kind of clear that's what she wants. So in the end, there's really no way to win in this situation except let her channel die. And that's the video for today. If you made it to this point, I really salute you. You have a good attention span. You don't have the attention span of Natalie Reynolds. Overall, congratulations and thank you for watching.